Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091 and welcome to what may be the finale of 999. Hopefully the finale. Last time we left off, I think we solved the final puzzle of this game, which turned out to be an upside down Sudoku. But I flipped my screen around to make it easier, which is what you're meant to do even if you had a DS and you're playing it, physically. You would just flip the DS around and play. But in any case, we did that. We all got through door 9. We saved Akane, and now we're finally here. Please do. Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. The sunlight, it burns. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Oi's, or whatever. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Oh, this is June. Or Akane. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the gigantic. On a distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar, and it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed across the ocean, and then it was gone. "It's over," Oi whispered. Yeah, it was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally! Air! Gah! Damn, that sun is bright! I can barely see anything. I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait. No way! You've got to be shitting me! What? It can't be. This is what? Oh, you've got to be shitting me. This is the building in the Nevada desert. The mock experiment building. Oh my god. This whole time we were in building Q. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right. Our bracelets. I guess I've never put a good look at the underside of these. Let's see what's inside view. Just a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures. Akane. Jumpy. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl. I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Are we, though? I can't do anything right now. What's going on? Oh, what? The game just ends? Wait, I still got questions, game. You can't end it like that. Or don't tell me there's another damn ending I have to go through. Holy crap. And he says I think I'm just hearing a girl's name in the wind. Or is she really there? That's what I'm betting on. I think she was really there. She was there to, say hello to us or something. I don't know. You know what? This might not be just a separate video. I might just put this in other video. Just splice it in. Oh well. Figured it was gonna be a lot longer than it already is. But you know, hey, whatever. Usually my finale videos do go on for quite a while because you know it's the finale. Might as well enjoy it, you know. I can't even believe what the hell I just witnessed. This whole entire game. And I'm still second-guessing myself on everything. I never saw a picture. That's June and Junpei when they were kids. Or Akane and Junpei when they were kids. Yeah, I have a lot of questions still. At least I think I do. Like... man, I don't know. Maybe something else is gonna happen. I don't know. Are you okay? Oh, come on. This is nothing. Really? Yeah. You don't look okay. It was just before the end of the elementary school. Junpei and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at this town as the sun slowly set. How's it look then? He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Wow, okay, so that's the picture. I thought his face looked jacked up. Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got worse, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing. What does that even mean? Junpei grinned and... Ow, 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 ow! See, I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat up 5 8th graders, Junpei. That's crazy. Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition, gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lois is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I all squeezed into the back seat there. Still can't believe how we let her drive. Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around. And there's no speed limit! Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, alright? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death. Hey, shut it! I can't help if I'm big, alright? Suck it up! Why don't you just drive, Seven? I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law. He doesn't have an international license. Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat. Oh, hell no! There's no way I'm giving the seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and Six are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us. Yeah, I saw some fresh tire checks going out. There's no doubt about it. Then we gotta hurry. We want to catch them, don't we? Sure thing. Oh shit! Damn it! She doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't think a car like this could even go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They've been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kid in gasoline. The moment we saw what we were doing, Junpei ran to them furious. Hey! What the hell are you doing? Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kid and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could. Help me, officer, please! You have to come with me! The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Junpei, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big, swelling lumps. You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me, I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out. Yeah, I guess I could have. Then why didn't you? I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. I want to beat him up real good. Because of what they were doing to the kitty? Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester, remember? Oh, you mean the bunnies? Yeah, the bunnies. He plucked some glass from the ground and tossed it into the wind. They asked me what elementary school I was from, and I told them. Then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbit. I couldn't forgive them for that. So, Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do. Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Guntaro Hungao. How did he create the notary project? Anybody? Any ideas? Why don't you ask him yourself? Oh yeah, I guess I could. He's still in the trunk, I assume. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. Well, I might as well have a little chat with the old man. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. It looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore. Hey, were you listening to us? Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth. Come on, I know you were. Answer me. You can at least look at me when you talk, man. I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field sets, that perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you can understand how they were processing the expressions of others. That's it? Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you're looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness... I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on. Alright, so what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you? Well, somebody's a little nosy. Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that? Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after I hung out on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot about a Gigantic. I also found out about Gordain and Alice. You're not really answering my question, though. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature? Sounds like Hungao has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave. What? Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. And there goes my phone. Who is it this time? Don't know. There was nothing in it but the root of a particular plant. My research determined it was a member of the genus Mandragora, whatever. Or the family, whatever. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soparil. Oh yeah. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm. Boom or boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly. Shit. This is going on forever. Tape's going back on, Hungao. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Here, this is for you. What is this? This is a For You doll. His name is Junpei. Jumpy pulled something out of the pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm. Jumpy, are you sure it's a For You doll? Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said that means it's for you, right? Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll? What? That's... Oh man, oh man! Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right? Yeah. I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then. Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden. You know how after June we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought, oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then? Okay. So I wanted to give this to you. It's like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie. Yes, I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. Let them laugh. So I give this, it's me, so we always together. Oh, Jumpy. If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, Take. I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body. Oh, Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise. Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and just said 5 words. I'll never forget you either. The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of the evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery of all, as far as I'm concerned, but also the only one that's really important to me. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in an incinerator on Gigantic, but she's still alive now, as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic fuel set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anywhere. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean that there's some kind of, like, historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. What was it you told me that... What was what you told me to choose, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't. Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road! Huh? What? Who is it? Oh. What? The burning gaze of Nevada sun poured down onto her head. The desert around her ripped with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and on her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. Is it who I think it is? End. No, who? What? Was that June? But why did it look like she was dressed as Lotus? Oh, damn it, game. You're just gonna leave me open like that? Oh. Okay. That's that. And the final save. And you see that we have 2 blocks here. But we can see that both are filled in. Now, here's what I learned. Before the thing goes on, I'm just going to go memories escape, whatever. So, from what I know about those endings, remember how I told you there was criteria that you had to do? You had to have the bookmark from Santa. You had to learn about Ice 9. You had to, say there was a problem with Ace. And go through doors 471. All that stuff. Well, here's the thing. If you didn't see the ending with the safe, that was the ending where, we knew all about, if we first knew all about Ace and him being evil. If we didn't see that ending, then we would have gotten the coffin ending, which I believe happens as... It's essentially just like the true ending, but it suddenly stops right when you open the coffin. I believe the one with Alice, supposedly Alice in it. It just suddenly, boom, it stops. So, I thought, what the hell's the point of me doing that when I might as well, just go ahead and get a true ending, get over it in one shot. So, That was the issue with that was the thing with that. So man, I really don't know what to say, guys. I really don't. I mean, this was just insane. This was one hell of a game that I'm kind of hitting myself, you know, like kind of kicking myself that as soon as I finished Ghost Trick or whatever game I was doing, and people are telling me like, "Oh, please do 999." And I was like, "Well, you know, I don't really know too much about it. Let me play the game first, and you know, then maybe I'll do it later. I don't know." I really wasn't interested in it because I wasn't sure like, well, what the hell's the game about? Ooh, it's, you know, a murder mystery visual novel. I thought nothing of it. But something told me, come on, Pharaoh, you know you really want to do the run of it. And it's like, well, wait a minute, I didn't play the game before. Then why don't make it a blind run? And so I did. And I will say I am very, very glad that I did. Because I think in the longest time I haven't had so much fun recording something. I mean, I enjoyed LPs, I do, but in the longest time, this game really made me enjoy LPing, and it made me, I don't know, it was just an amazing experience. I wish I kind of did it sooner now. But the one thing I'm regretting now is like, oh, now I know everything about the game. I can't enjoy it like how I think I should enjoy it anymore, you know? That's why I wish there was some like type of invention made where as soon as you beat a game and you want to play it again, you can wipe your memory from the game or something, you know, something stupid like that. But I don't know. I really don't know what to say. That was just one hell of a game. 6 different endings. I couldn't even believe the first one I got where everyone died. Now, the thing is, this is why the video is probably going to go on forever. I know I said, you know, like I may scooch this into the previous episode, but this might just go on its own finale episode because I have a lot to talk about in this video. This video might go on for quite a while just for me talking now. Is there a good way I can just... I wish there was something I can leave you guys with, but, you know, I'm just going to leave you guys with this continue message, and you just can hear me talk now. The whole story. Now, did we essentially come to the conclusion that Akane herself was Zero to help save herself from 9 years ago? I don't understand. I don't know. But then... Seven saying that he saw burning. I don't know. I will admit I think I understand the general idea of the game, but or a general story. But there's like little bits and pieces I'm still a little iffy about, and I don't know if that's how the game's meant to be, or I just don't understand it fully. I don't know. But like, even going to analysis of like the different endings, like the first one we got where everyone died. We get out of the torture room, wherever, open the door, and we find Ace, Clover, and Santa dead. We go in and find Akane dead. Go back, find Lotus and Seven dead, and then we die. And we know that Snake, although we thought he's been dead in all the playthroughs because we thought he exploded. Well, but in actuality, no. It was just he was in that coffin. He would have been dead anyway if we couldn't get it open. If everyone died, so essentially everyone died. But then we kept thinking, who killed us? Was it Zero? But how can that be possible if I think Zero was supposed to be Akane? So what I'm thinking is, if you guys remember, they said the number 8 bracelet Lotus's bracelet was gone. And if we remember before, Ace would always take Lotus. Or something would happen to Lotus in some of those playthroughs. And we know that Ace needed her to open door 9. Or so we think, because he needs a 8. Because if it was his number and then a Lotus, that equals 9. And let's assume that he already had... No. 1, 8... Okay, yes. Say he had his bracelet and then Lotus's, and then he had a number 9 bracelet, which doesn't do anything because the didgeridoo is going to be the same. He thought he could escape, but he would eventually find out that he couldn't escape the final room, and he would die anyway. So I'm thinking it was Ace who killed everyone. And then with Clover killing us, that simply just wasn't planned out. That was her just wanting revenge for who she thought killed her brother. So she kind of went insane and killed us. But she wasn't going to get out anyway. So there's that. And then, finally, the knife ending. Once again, I'm pretty sure that was Ace, once again, who killed us. For, because he's being an idiot or a douche. Whatever. No, the ending, then it was a safe ending. And, I was wondering, what the hell happened to Santa? But then he heard Zero's voice and saying that he was gone, or he lost the game, whatever. And he hears the door open and close. And then Akane wasn't there. Now that probably must have been a hint that she wasn't always... That's what boggles my mind, too. This whole issue of Akane. If we were there to save her 9 years in the past, what was going on in the future then? Was that really not her? That's what boggles my mind, because, they were interacting with her, touching, there was contact, hugging, playing around, whatever. So it's what was that supposed to be? I don't know. I have theories, but then at the same time, it's I'm still very confused on certain aspects, and it's I don't want to make myself look like a total idiot. But yeah, I don't know. It's just insane. That's all there is to it. It's wow. I know it's going to be happening. After I'm done with this recording, I'm going to be looking at doing a bunch of research on the endings. I'm sure there's a bunch of posts all around the internet about people discussing what the hell happened, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to be doing that. But I guess finally, just to put in simple words, this was amazing. And I wish more people actually knew about this game. I barely knew about it. I heard of it, played a little of it, but that was it. But before then, it's I barely knew of it. It was kind of out of luck that I knew about it. And I think it needs way more praise than it gets. Way more. The whole series does. And that's actually what I want to get into second here was regarding the future of the series. You might be wondering, what the hell are you talking about, Pharaoh? It wasn't just a game, 999? Well, here's the thing. There is a sequel to this game, and it's called... I think it's called Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Now, the thing is that Zero Escape is meant to be the real title of it, or that's what the second game is called. Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward, or whatever. I think that's what it's called anyway. And when this game already came out, 999, and then the other one when it came out, they rebranded this game as Zero Escape 999. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. So it is part of the series. Now Zero Escape, or I should probably call it Virtue's Last Reward. I currently cannot play it. And you don't know how bad I want to play it right now, but I cannot. Because it is only on the PlayStation Vita and the Nintendo 3DS. And I cannot play it. Because I don't have either one. And I don't think I'm ever going to... Well, not say ever get one of them. But I was just never into handheld gaming. You know, I like... The PSP I have, I just got out of pure whim. You know, it was actually a gift. So it's like, you know, I didn't actually go out and seek it on my own. So... I don't know. And then the DS, it was actually my sister had it, but then she gave it to me because she didn't want it. So I got into it more and got introduced to all those games, Ace Attorney, you know, all these other great games. So yeah, I don't know. I would love to cover Virtue's Last Reward, but I can't. And I don't know when. But I would like to do it. And from what I heard, there is going to be a third game. This series is meant to be a trilogy. And the trilogy, well, I think the third game, whatever they're making, or, you know, whenever it's going to come out, is actually supposed to be like a midquel between 999 and Virtue's Last Reward. And I know a little bit about Virtue's Last Reward, and letting me going back on that is it's essentially, yeah, it's notary game again, somewhere different, and I think there are some people that come back up and let us show up again. And it was a review I was watching, and they, I think Clover is actually in there. She's actually taking place in it, and the gameplay is nearly the same. But there's like this whole thing about like betray and trusting people I don't get. And I heard there's like 20-something endings on it. And I'm like, what? I mean, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I mean, I didn't take a closer look at the game. Because I'm afraid if I take too close of a look at the game, I'm going to spoil it. And I don't want that to happen. But that's what I heard. And I mean, this game only had 6 endings. Only. That's what I say. And then this one, the other ones have like 20-something. And if I covered it, did I want to show all the endings? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I really would like to cover Virtue's Last Reward, but at the moment, sadly, I cannot. And hopefully in the future I can, though. I mean, I don't know when, maybe even years before I even, you know, get to this. Because this is part... what, 61? 60, it's 60, or 66, I don't know, whatever. And I'm assuming, today is August 13th. I believe episode 10 of 999 just went up today. And, well, of course, as I'm recording this. So as you can see, I really, really got into the game, and I was recording a whole ton of it. And, you know, of course, this part's not going to go up until, like, September something, you know, probably, like, yeah, so mid-September. This is probably going to be all finished. And I started recording this late July into August and just kept going. So, if you guys were giving me hints, then it was most likely that I didn't, I wasn't, not dismissing it. It was simply that I already recorded a bunch of episodes. I've already figured stuff out on my own, you know. So yeah. I feel like I'm keeping this recording going just because I don't want this to end, but it has to. And this is just insane. I had too much of a fun time with this, and I think everyone out there who kept telling me, Pharaoh, please do 999. You'll have fun with it. Do 999, please. You guys are pretty much the reasons why I even did this. And I thank you for that. I'm sure everyone else thanks you for, watching this, because without you guys wouldn't even experience this. So, I guess it's finally over, guys. I had one hell of a run with this game. If someone out there is, for whatever reason, has not played it, play it for yourself. I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit different because, I'm sure if you probably want to experience for yourself, probably not watch the LP, but I would still say play it. It's still fun to play. Solving the puzzles and all that. I mean, it gets kind of addicting. I'm sure if I go through the rooms now, I can probably solve the puzzles like lickety split, but it's still fun. So, once again, thank you all for staying tuned and watching these videos, watching to me mess up, watching me, be acting like a fool, be an idiot at certain times because I don't know what the hell I was doing, cursing at the top of my lungs and, quite a lot, and I apologize for that, because, before, when I was LPing, my first couple years, I would just say whatever, and I do realize I was cursing a lot for whatever reason. And I tried toning it down for other LPs. LPs that don't need it. Like, those like Kingdom Hearts, Ace Attorney. You don't need those. You don't really need the cursing. In this game, it's kind of, it's already written out for you, and it's already there, and it's like, you say it, and I'm like, oops. But I still have fun with it. So, just thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for whatever the hell I LP next. I really don't know what I'm planning on doing just yet. I have a quite some time to think about it, but I'll see what I'll do. It might be something way out there, something out of my head, or something you guys tell me to do. I don't know. But in any case, thank you all for watching, and this has been Let's Play 999, 9 hours, 9 doors, or 9 per. What's the? You know what? I'm a total idiot. This whole entire time, I don't even know what the hell the whole subtitle was. It was 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I think I was right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.